a night of horror on the great estate of Collinwood, for two possessed children, at the bidding of an evil ghost, have performed a ceremony that has brought their dead governess alive. And now the three of them stage the ceremony again, this time to bring Gerard Stiles into the land of the living.
Feel the earth turning through eternal space.
Let it turn itself now towards the stars that guide the destinies of us all.
Let the light from the star
that guides the destiny of Gerard Stiles, touch the flame we have lighted in his name. The light of the star must touch the light of the candle. Then his spirit that waits to live again. Then, only then will it happen. Light touch flame, so that Gerard may breathe again.
He's coming. He's coming! Gerard. We should go down and meet him. He'll be angry if we don't.
No, we must concentrate. It's not yet finished. We must help him to cross that barrier that is higher than any mountain and wider than any ocean. The way is not as easy for him as it was for me. My path was paved with love. Your love. Now concentrate. Concentrate.
It's Gerard!
What if it isn't him? Who is it?
Open this door.
It's Willie. We were sleeping. I was sleeping.
You weren't sleeping. I heard you. Open this door. I'm going to call your Aunt Elizabeth down. Now, you want the whole household down here, just me. Now, you take your pick.
I can't let you in right now.
What is this?
It's a game.
Sure it is, a game. And I know what kind.
You can't. You don't because I made it up.
It's a star, isn't it? I've seen him before like that. You've got the devil in you, that's for sure. Quentin told me all about you. Tad. Now you tell me all about this black magic stuff, you hear?
The man is quite mad. Wouldn't you say so, Carol?
Quite, Tad. He doesn't know the kind of games we like to play.
And what an interesting name he gave it, though. Black magic. I like that. Don't you?
Very much, Tad.
Now you cut this stuff, you hear, and you level with me.
What curious expressions he uses. Honestly, Tad, could you ever level with anyone?
Well, I don't believe I'd know how.
Well, I believe that. Well, you won't tell me. I know who you will tell.
Where are you going to take us?
To Barnabas.
And what if we don't decide to go with you?
Well, you got no choice. He'll know what to do with you. Now, come on.
What makes you think that you have the right?
The fact that I'm bigger than you. Now, you come on, boy. You two!
Gerard. Where are you now?
Why don't you go and try and look for your friend, Barnabas?
Sure. You just sit there, keep quiet.
What, are we going to wait here until he arrives?
Must we sit here all night? Can't we go to bed at all? I don't want to stay down here anymore.
I'm not going to take you two back to your rooms. Not until I find out what's going on and why. Quentin. I'll get Quentin. Yeah, he'll know how to deal with this. Maggie! Maggie, what are you doing?
Stop me, Willie. Stop me. Did you hear them calling me, Willie? I've got to go.
Oh, no. No, you're going right back upstairs.
No, Willie.
Right back upstairs where
No.
you just came from.
No.
Come on.
No.
What's wrong with Maggie Evans? Who's calling her? What kind of an animal is that? Like a dog, but different.
I've heard that before. In our own time.
I don't remember it.
Carrie, when Mr. Loomis comes back,
No one will make me tell about Gerard. No one.
I've got to get away from him. Do you suppose Daphne is still in my room?
Where else could she be?
Well, we've got to get to her.
Tad. Tad, if we don't, Gerard can't come back.
Don't say that. Can't you feel his presence in this very room?
Gerard?
It wasn't our fault, Gerard. We performed the ceremony. We tried to bring you to life. It wasn't our fault that we failed.
It wasn't our fault, Gerard. Honestly, we did everything Daphne told us to do.
It was Mr. Loomis. If there's anybody for you to be angry at him.
We'll try again, Gerard.
Only this time Carrie won't say anything about not trying. Will you, Carrie?
No, I won't, I promise.
Daphne! What were you going to do, Gerard? He wants us to perform the ceremony again. Tonight.
The stars are out of position now. You know that. Perhaps when you're alive, Gerard, you'll forget how important punishing has become to you. I hope so. We'll try again tomorrow night. We won't fail then.
Only we can't use my room. They'll be watching us much too carefully.
We'll find a place and a time. We'll manage. We'll see.
He's gone. You must leave now. Mr. Loomis will be coming back.
Where will you go?
Please don't ask.
You must tell us if we're to come to you.
But Quentin,
You've seen him?
I do not want Quentin to know.
He wouldn't ask where you were.
Yes, he would. He knows everything. Everything except about Gerard and about my hiding place. Now, you mustn't tell him.
We won't, we promise.
I'll be in Rose Cottage. You come to me when night is falling.
But your clothes. You can't go through the woods like that. Someone will see you.
We have clothes for you in my room.
We must be careful.
Must you go alone? Then you better go and lock the door so we won't know any difference. Till tomorrow.
Be careful.
Please.
Maggie, please. Just lie down. Just try not to hear it.
I can hear nothing else.
I know, Maggie, I know. Maggie, where's Mrs. Johnson? How'd you get out of the room? She was supposed to be here with you. I got other things to do.
Leave. Just go, Willie.
No, I can't go, Maggie.
Why are you trying to stop me?
Because I know what'll happen to you out there.
No, you don't, Willie. Can't know.
Maggie, it'll be dawn soon. Then you'll be able to rest. For a little while, anyway. Just hold on until the dawn, huh? Just try to live through it. Who is it, Maggie? Who's out there calling you? Tell me, please.
Maggie, you've got to help us.
You're the only one who can.
They want to send us away.
Unless you can stop them.
Wait a minute. Sorry, I don't understand. What are you talking about?
About Dr. Hoffman.
And Quentin.
Why do they want to send you away? David, you must have misunderstood.
No, we didn't.
Perhaps they planned a trip for you.
We can't go away now.
Not today.
Especially today.
Carolyn tried talking to them, but they won't listen.
David, where do they want you to go?
Some place called Windcliff.
Windcliff? Why do they want you to go there?
Is it a terrible place?
It must be if that's where they want us to go.
David, you've been to Windcliff. Do you remember? Julia drove you to Windcliff more than a year ago. I remember, don't you?
Yes. And I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now.
David, why do they want to send you there? You're both feeling all right, aren't you?
Yes.
Of course we are.
I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense that they'd send you there. David, I'm going to go and talk to them.
What are you bothering Maggie for?
Willie, they're not bothering me.
Julie and Quentin want to see you in the drawing room.
Maggie,
They're waiting for you right now. Go on.
David, you go on ahead. I'll be down in just a minute.
you promise.
I promise, David, of course. Willie, what's going on in this house?
Maggie, I wish I knew. I don't. I'm glad to see you, but you shouldn't be out of bed.
Got to be. They need me.
Who needs you?
David and Hallie.
Maggie, you don't know. And I guess they didn't want to tell you because of the way you feel. Maggie, those two children, they're possessed.
Look, David's suitcase, and it's already packed.
And I bet if we go to Hallie's room, our suitcase will be packed too.
We can't go. We can't.
We have to meet Daphne tonight.
And if we can't, have you got any idea what Gerard will do?
That's all I know, and it's all true. David has become Tad, and that girl is Carrie. And I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you.
It's all my fault.
Oh, no, Maggie.
If I'd been well,
Could you really have stopped him, Maggie? Could anyone?
what it's like to be alive. Feeling of hope, of love. Oh, Quentin, can there be any hope for this love of ours? Or must we be forever apart? Oh, Quentin, Quentin.
Gerard, you mustn't be angry. And we tried to bring you back to life. You would be alive today if Willie Loomis hadn't walked into the room. That isn't my fault. No, Gerard, it's not because of him. It isn't. It's not because of Quentin. He's been kind to me, that's all. He could have told them everything. Gerard! I loved you when we first met, remember? And you loved me. You loved me. Gerard. Gerard, are you here?
He's gone. He will destroy Quentin. He will destroy everyone. I must not allow him to be let loose in the world again. I must not help bring him back to life.
They're gonna take us away to Wincliffe. It's a hospital or something before night. Don't you understand? If they catch us, we won't be able to bring Gerard back.
You must go.
We can't. Gerard!
He'll understand.
He will not understand. You know he won't.
He never understands.
Gerard will understand. Now, you must do whatever they tell you to do.
No!
Yes, you must go. Now, go back to Collinsport. Run! Gerard, are you here? Gerard, I sent them away because without them we'll be free of Barnabas and Julia. Don't interfere with our plans. Gerard, we don't need the children to be together again. Believe me. Trust me, Gerard.